feel it inside. It's killing my pride. Put my all into this shit, not telling no lies. The hate won't subside. It's here till I die. Cut off some niggas who sound like a brother, I wasted my time. Came a long way from the bottom, I promise I'm not looking back. Came a long way and still I'm solid. It's loyalty over them racks.
What it do, man? You heard me? Luugga, landlord Luugga, LuuggaLoco, whatever you want to call me. Welcome to the Luugga's Lounge. Now we finna do a couple reactions, get a little active, have a great time, smoke a little weed. You want to match with me, you're more than welcome. You hear me? But today we reacting to you hear me? Boyfriend caught girlfriend in the bed with another man. Let's get into it.
Please be seated.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
This is a case of Winters versus Cowley.
Thank you, Jerome.
My
Good
boy
day,
Jerome.
everyone. Ms. Winters, you say that you and Mr. Cawley have been together for 6 years, but now his paternity denial of...
So look, I stay in Memphis, right? I don't know whoever ain't from Memphis, whoever watching this, I stay in Memphis. And I used to stay in this neighborhood, you hear me? It was sort of tough, but it sort of wasn't tough, you feel me? So, right here is what you see walking around there, a plethora. I'm talking about plethora. I learned it in high school, that word. Shout out to Mr. Stitch. A plethora, you hear me? It's a plethora of them running around. A herd made I add. You hear me? Yeah, let's get back to it. I'm dropping weed and shit.
Of your son, Amani, has put your relationship in jeopardy. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Cawley, you claim that throughout your relationship, Ms. Winters has been unfaithful. You are not Amani's father. The relationship is over. Is that correct?
Tell us how you really feel.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Winters, you say your family...
I ain't even got my weed rolled up yet, and I'm already looking at buffoonery. Let me get this shit together.
Family is in jeopardy.
Yeah,
Explain.
lately all we've been doing, we argue all the time. We have a lot of insecurity issues.
A lot of insecurity?
Yeah, because of, the past.
But it's just resentment from the issues from the past, though.
Well, what kind of issues from the past? Explain.
Betrayal, me catching her
Hold on, give me a second.
in the bed.
Kind of broken up and having
What'd she say?
all the time. We have a lot of insecurity issues.
A lot of insecurity?
Yeah, because of, the past.
You see,
But
she
it's just resentment from
Go
the
ahead,
issues
Judge.
from the past, though.
Well, what kind of issues from the
ahead,
past?
Judge.
Explain.
I'm holding my
Betrayal,
comments.
me catching her in the bed with another guy.
Oh.
We were kind of broken up and having problems at the time. And before that, I had caught him talking to another girl.
Is that a keloid? My man. Okay, so let's break down what you got on right now. Okay. Got the Bart Simpson. Indeed. He look like he high. Goatee, like a square type of fella. Got the vest with the tie. I'm confused though. Are those real? I don't know how you get keloids because as you can see, my ears look regular. I got regular nigga ears, but I don't know if that's a part of it. Or that's the reason why. But she brutal.
Don't skip over that catching in the bed part. Mr. Cawley, tell me what happened. You said you caught her in the bed with somebody else.
Yes, Your Honor. Well, I was away, and the moment I got home,
like, why your head down?
I was ready to just flop in the bed. I had been away for a minute, and I turned the corner, and I see both of them laying in the bed, and the guy was asleep, and she was laying there.
Fuck. Donnell John looking at your nigga. Ooh, say. I can't even do it. I don't want to get demonetized.
I was dressed. We were dressed.
You had your clothes on, you said, but you were in the bed with a guy.
Yes. Well, he was a family friend, and he was spending the night
What?
there. And
In the bed.
Sleep, and she was laying there.
I was dressed. We were dressed.
You had your clothes on, you said, but you were in the bed with a guy.
Yes. Well, he was a family friend, and he was spending the night there. And Michael's away. We were having problems at the time. And this was after I found out he was talking to another female. So at that point, I didn't even want to be with him.
But that's
Were you sleeping with this guy you were in the bed with?
I had prior to that, but I didn't that night.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying, Your Honor?
So now she's admitting to you she slept with this guy.
He only knows because I told him about it.
I believe the only reason she told me about that is to cover up the other things that she did.
What the fuck did he know?
What are the other things she did?
So
Talking
she
to
a
other
thought
guys
pocket
and stuff.
supreme.
At the time, a couple months before that, I had just found out he was with some girl. I just can't prove he cheated, and he won't be man enough to tell me he cheated. So I just kind of strung away from the relationship.
Because I didn't cheat.
So wait a minute. You all have all this going on, and Mr. Cawley, you're saying because of all of this, you have doubt concerning Amani's paternity.
Yes, Your Honor.
And that's why you petitioned this court for a lie detector test. Am I correct? Granted that request, and we will have those results in just a moment. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Moving forward, how'd you two originally meet?
We had a mutual friend, and we were kind of friends. We worked together, and eventually, probably after a year later, we moved in together. And then that's whenever I think the main problems started happening, because we started getting more serious. We had more problems. And
yes, as soon as we got our first place, that's exactly when we started going downhill.
Why?
She
said it was too much responsibility for you, Mr. Cawley.
I'm a young man. I have no kids. Helping her take care of her 2 kids.
Oh, so when you moved in together, Ms. Winters had 2 other children.
I got a friend. You know what? We be on bro ass so bad I'ma let him live. Listen up. I got a friend. And friend, if you watching this, you know who you are.
Children.
2 other children.
Prior to this relationship.
I had them when I met him too, so right.
And so when you moved in with her, you took on the responsibility of these 2 children.
I sacrificed a lot.
Well,
he didn't
sacrifice anything. He just grew up. Because when I met him, he was young, still living with his, mother at home, and since he got with me,
but like she said, I was young, man.
Age, you know what I mean?
But everything seemed like it was unfolding. You know what I'm saying? I was out of high school. I was in college. I was chasing my
America. Whoever you want to call yourselves out here. As we pause the screen, we need a side-to-side picture. Now, I'm not saying that baby ain't all the way white, because it look like he got a tad of something in him. I will be surprised. I will be surprised. I will be surprised if that man's the father. I would be surprised. She look like she a little thought pocket anyway. Like she be popping that little. You gotta keep it PG.
Dreams, taking care of my mom. I was the man of the house in my mama's house, taking care of my sister. Right. And I got with her I saw being with her as a path to start my own life. But I simply were kind of still testing the waters a little bit. But I was simply talking.
Why were you testing the waters, talking to other women when you moved in with Ms. Winters?
I guess being young, saw my future kind of flash before my eyes a little bit.
Oh. Responsibility of raising 2 children and being in this relationship made you start thinking.
Yes, Your Honor. I was still there to take care of my responsibility, but I probably shouldn't have, the female friends that I had, I probably shouldn't have been talking to them as much with us having a place together. But that still don't have nothing to do with her taking the whole next level and actually cheating on me.
But the girl he was actually caught talking with, when I found out he worked with her, I was like, don't talk to her. And then next thing I know, I'm finding out he's at her house, giving her rides. So, at that point, I was ready to break up with him.
And so after this
rides, and then next thing I know, I'm finding out he's at her house, giving her rides. So,
Kristen Winters, I got a bone to pick with you. Rides? You was ready to break up over a ride? And that made you go and do what you wanted to do because he was giving the woman a ride. What's that? I smell insecurity. Anyways, continue.
At that point, I was ready to break up with him.
And so after this incident, you all decided to break up?
We did for maybe a couple, like a week or two.
But at some point, you come up pregnant.
Yeah, well, we ended up getting back together at the end of 2013, and we pretty much were like, look, we're either going to stay together and quit all this, or we're just going to break up. So we pretty much agreed to stay together.
We did.
Got you pregnant.
I didn't even say nothing or tell him or nothing. I kind of just bought a test because I was late, you know. And when it came back positive, that's whenever I called him and I told him about it.
And to be honest, I was kind of happy whenever I found out that she was pregnant. And then her family member's spouse told me later on that she was at the house with this guy numerous times.
Numerous?
So had you slept with this guy?
No, I didn't. And it was a 1-bedroom apartment. My family member and, you know, his family, and then me and him. So it's not like we were in the middle, you know, in the living room sleeping together.
So you're saying it's your testimony that you weren't at this house with this man multiple times, as your own family member alerted
That
him.
doesn't like Michael told him, yeah.
This is a mess. You're just on a treadmill, running a race and never winning. And this, coupled with all the other rumors,
You gotta move a little forward.
you walking in the house, seeing her in the bed with somebody else, all of these things
Who's that little man?
have filled your doubt.
Yes, Your Honor.
And now your
Dead
relationship
boy.
is completely, it's on the line.
Yes, Your Honor.
We just don't trust each other.
And there's a beautiful 16-month-old baby in the middle of it.
Trust. What is trust really? Would you really ever truly trust someone? I stopped it like it was an infomercial. I'm just fucking with you. Let me continue.
And you don't know for certain if it's your biological child.
No, Your Honor, I don't know.
And you can't trust anything Ms. Winters says because you say she's lied to you and betrayed you over and over again. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor. But there's still that I don't care attitude, so...
She has an I don't care attitude.
Yeah, still to this day.
Well,
And it just made me feel like it never left. Even after we made that agreement. You know,
What's the agreement?
That we at the beginning of 2014,
Okay.
agreement that we weren't gonna mess around or do none of that.
You're
crazy
Spanish,
stuff
ain't
anymore.
it?
It made me
21
feel like it
Savage
never
looking
left,
ass
'cause
boy.
It's been probably like 2 years since then, and she's still showing that I don't care attitude. If he's your friend, he's gonna like stuff, but if he's liking every single thing in a row, then I'm like, man, he on your stuff too much.
And I should delete him, you know?
So there's no trust.
None at all.
Well, that's why you asked for a lie detector
She
test.
knew she was getting her back, Benny. I don't
And,
even know.
you know, we
See, that's
have
the thing.
admitted.
That's the thing about all of this. When you really just break it down, like, we're here for a reason. When you watch Paternity Court, it pretty much be the same thing, cut and dry. It's never different. Well, I'm not going to say never. It's seldom that it's different. It's seldom that she didn't cheat. If we hear, she cheated. So with that being said, I'm really trying to understand why motherfuckers be making it seem like they not in the wrong. Like, we're here for a reason. We're here for a reason. And you know we are. But it's okay, though. You know, a lot of Teddy don't lie. A lot of Teddy don't lie. She look like she finna tell a story. She look like she finna lie her ass off. And I'm here for it. Continue.
Test, and we have the results. Would you like to hear the results?
Yes, Your Honor.
Jerome?
Wrong. That boy so suave. That boy
Winters,
suave as
you
hell.
met with a licensed
He
pilot,
goes to a golf club, you know,
and you were asked the following questions. On the day Michael found a man in your bed, did you have sex with him? You said no.
Yes, Your Honor.
The lie detector determined you were being truthful.
Told you.
Maybe I was wrong.
Ms. Winters, you were asked, have you had sexual intercourse with anyone other than Michael since the end of 2013? You said no. The lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
I'm not sure.
You were asked,
I knew it.
are you currently hiding a sexual or romantic relationship with another man from Michael? you said no.
Yeah, sure.
The lie detector determined you were being deceptive.
What?
What? Bitch, you knew.
Mr. Cawley, how does it feel to hear those results?
Some of the stuff I had gut feeling about that she was lying about.
I always go with your gut.
I was in.
If your stomach hurt is right.
Ms. Winters, it said you were being deceptive on more than one occasion. Is there something you'd like to say?
In the beginning of 2014, I did, it did prolong a little after than I said it did, but
She prolonged it, right? Y'all heard her. Y'all heard what she said. Y'all heard her. I ain't trying to bash the woman. But why she... What? Fuck.
But that was the only
big
thing that
kids.
I can really think that I lied about. The whole
Well,
lie about
that's
somebody now is a
can't
little different.
What's a little different?
Because, like I
can't
said,
even get
we
it out.
were having problems. Now we're not. So
But point blank period, man, we made an agreement at that point.
yeah. Well, you also cheated on me 4 months ago, so
my
that
boy
agreement
stood
kind
tall.
of went out the window. So
The bottom line is,
Oh,
after
so
the
that would
agreement,
just make you pop
you
your
were still
pussy.
sleeping with somebody else.
right, and that was because I know he was too, because I saw him. He was writing girls on Facebook trying to find new friends, and you know what I mean.
That's
It just
right.
didn't feel real at the time. So
All right, so you've admitted to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's
So I'm gonna keep it a book. I ain't even the type of nigga to just, he cornball as fuck. In the sense of like, you told her to delete all them niggas that be liking her posts and shit, cause they on your page. They on your page too much. But you over here hitting the bitches up personally. That's fuckboy behavior. You the type of nigga that want your cake and eat it too. And I ain't gonna lie, I used to be there when I was a young nigga, but now I'm older now. I got full understanding of how this shit operate. You take your wins with your losses. You take your losses with your wins, and everything gonna fall together in the end. That's the only thing I'm trying to tell you. But what some of you niggas need to learn, at the end of the day, when all this shit said and done, and all this shit cut dry,
what the lie detector indicated. It also indicated that there's some romantic relationship you're hiding.
the honest to God truth, since then, beginning of 2014, especially since I got pregnant, I haven't even conversated with a guy that I shouldn't even been talking to.
And so after you hear these results, Mr. Cawley, is that further fueling your doubt? I mean, that at this point, she was found to be deceptive on more than one occasion during the lie detector test.
I think my main thing is if Amani is mine or not, because I
don't think so, man.
I don't want to be there for a kid that's not mine.
He got
But as far as her lying on the lie detector test, I'm really not
got
sure
that
about
hair.
this relationship.
So you're saying just the lie
got that
detector
hair.
results, you're concerned that the relationship won't be able to last?
Yeah, because that was still before she was pregnant with Amani.
Well, then we should have broke up 4 months ago. Then
We should have been. That's true.
yeah,
we should have been broke up.
Probably
Hey.
been broke up.
Because you're saying, Miss Winters, well, then we should have broken up before he cheated again.
Right, because I feel like he did it because of what I did in the past. So he felt like I was gonna get over it, and he felt like he had one on me. You know what I mean?
Maybe the only reason she forgave me was because of all the stuff she did before that.
Ooh, Lord, you all tit for tat. Goodness. It's just the worst cycle. It just keeps going.
reason. I don't know if it's because we love each other or, you know what I mean? Like, we just have so much history and it's been so long, so we just, you know what I mean? We just stay together.
I feel like at this point I sacrificed so much, and I've always had a hard time with quitting anything, and that's a lot of the reason why I stayed. Cause it's, like I said, it's been like 6 years now. So, and that's 6 years of my life that I could have been. I probably would have been already doing what I love to do by now.
Well, listen, when you invest so much time in a person, you just feel like my payoff is happiness. I'm going to get to it by hook or by crook, and I'm going to stay. I don't care what happens because I want that. Right. I've invested a lot of time.
That's why I came here, to prove to him that, Amani is his son, so that we can, get past all this and we ain't got to,
And that's another reason why I'm so attached is because of the kids. Is because of the other kids, because their fathers aren't really around at all. And
my boy CDC, fam. I don't like calling people out. I don't like doing all that. But I've been around a couple of them. I knew a couple of them. You hear me? I knew 2 of them that had babies together. And he fit the mold of that person that ain't all the way there.
And I'm more of a father to them than they've ever known.
I have to ask you this. If Amani is not Mr. Cawley's biological child, you're worried that pretty much all 3 of your children will be without a father.
I mean, that would be the case, but he is his son, so...
Mr. Cawley, are you that certain?
I'm hopeful, but I don't know. I'll be hurt, but...
You just seem so defeated in this relationship.
Because I've been through so much just trying to keep it together. I feel like she said we should have been broke up, but I also feel like I've been the main reason we still together to this day. She's so quick to push me away and try to mess it up, but I'm looking at the kids. I even told her a lot of times, you need to look at your kids.
Yeah, but Miss Winters, I mean, yeah, but you know, I'm a straight shooter, though. You do seem kind of nonchalant. Like,
I do, though,
you could take it or leave it.
I mean, maybe I don't show my emotion like I should, you know what I mean? But, like, at the end of the day, like, I do think of my children, you know what I mean? Like, whenever we go back and forth and we're arguing all the time, like, that's not healthy for them either. Like, I'd rather them have no father than be around me and him arguing all the time.
Look, we all grow in the middle of this, Amani.
Right.
I have the paternity results for you. Are you ready for them?
Yes.
It is.
Jerome?
Here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics, and they read as follows. In the case of Winters versus Cawley, when it comes to 16-month-old Amani Cawley, it has been determined by this court.
Why she smiling like this?
Mr. Cawley, you are the father.
She had the nerve for a second term.
So that right there should prove to him I wasn't cheating, you know, around the time.
Well, it doesn't really prove that,
It don't prove
Ms.
anything.
Winters. But it does prove that Amani is his biological child, and it relieves the doubt.
Right.
The arguing, the not knowing, we have to get this together, what you guys are doing right
We
now.
gotta get it together.
Now, do you all...
Anyways, when it pertains to this particular situation, I mean, I just think bro Love not where he's supposed to be here mentally, and I just know I know what I've seen when it comes to the woman. You know, I've been around, I grew up around it, so I already know how that type is, you know. But yeah, very interesting. I have nothing else to say, but y'all live well, man. You know, this is my first video. Hopefully we'll have more. Welcome to this journey. I'm starting on, I'm walking mine, you feel me? We're gonna take it one step at a time, one upload at a time. Love for my family, love for my friends, love for my fans. Blessings to the end.
Eating that pot of meat now, nigga, feet to something heavy. Tryna stuff my pockets, either starve or not, nigga never say that he